Hey guys, James here from TCGU University. Come back at you with a deck profile. We're doing My Hero again today. I have a My Hero only deck profile for this Gen Con All Might, or for the younger, newer players, we'll have the All Might from the tournament packs. They're the same card, works the same way. He's a 6-hander, 30 life, air, all and good. Enhance, your Fury or Punch Attack gets +1 speed or +1 damage for each card in your opponent's hand. Play while committed, and then commit 1 foundation, draw 2 cards. Super simple. If you've watched any of the matches I played with this deck from before, you'll notice that the info said draw a bunch of cards as the deck function, like a lot of cards. This deck draws so many cards, it's unreal. So we draw 2 here, and then we draw 3 with Detroit Smash. It's a 6 high for 6, 6-man for 6 with a 0 high block. It's a 2 check, but we don't care. EX2 and Powerful 2, but we don't care. Discard Momentum, add up the 3 cards from your hand to your Momentum. Sometimes useful, but don't care too much. And then All Might Enhance, permanently reduce our hand size by 1, draw 3 cards. So that means if we just play this, we draw 5 just with these. Draw 5 cards. Gets probably about 2 speed on turn 2 with All Might. 8 for 6 is going to push. It'll be very fine. You could just build a bunch of cards or go in if you're that part of the game. So like a lot of times I like to do it. I'll put us to a 5-hander, draw 2 here, draw 3 here, so 5, and then 5. We have 10 cards in hand, and we just get to build out on turn 2, which just puts us so far in front. We put ourselves so far in front to where every turn after turn 2 is a push turn. If we get 1 or 2 attacks, and we just push, we push, we push. Our deck's very good at doing it. It's very fast, very quick. The next attack that we play is Future Charge. Future Charge says we draw 1 card for each copy of Future Charge in our card pool. So automatically it draws 1. If we draw more than 1 copy, 1, draw 2, draw 3. It's very, very strong. 3 bit for 4. We give speed or damage with All Might. Really helps us push, draws more cards, keeps cool combos going. Same thing with Missouri Smash. It's a 3 high for 5. Enhance, if this tech does damage, we get to build the next foundation we play face up. So we can build foundation, move it down, continue our turn. And then if a punch attack is dealt damage this turn, we get to draw a card. If we play this first and we give it 2 speed, a lot of times people don't want to block it. I don't know why. I think it's safe to block it. I think that's your biggest damage hater most time, but people get scared of things. This deck will continuously output it, so it's not like it matters. Getting rid of cards earlier is better, I guess, but sometimes in the long run it's just not. Next we got 2 setup strike. Next attack gets 3. Next punch attack gets no, just next attack. Your next attack gets 3 speed. If you discard momentum, you give this 3 speed. We already give it stats with All Might. Sometimes we can push with this to lead into something else. Sometimes we lead in with this to give something else 3 speed, and then give it more speed with All Might to make sure we push that, or we just give it damage because the other thing's getting speed. It really is a setup strike. Then we're playing 4 1 for all, full counting, 5% strike. Our deck is built around drawing as many cards as we can and continuously doing combos with the action of Capture Evildoers. We'll talk about it in a second. Basically, it says we can discard a hand to draw 3 cards, which is very, very cool. It works very well with Midoriya, but obviously we draw a bunch of cards and sometimes we have cards in hand, so it doesn't do a whole lot on All Might, but sometimes we just need it. The other ability is if it's not blocked, we commit our opponent's character. It's a 4 high for 6 we can give stats to with All Might. Makes it a scary card in general. If they don't block, we commit their character and continue to go in if their character is useful. If not, we can just keep drawing cards with it in its ability if we don't like our hand. Just gives us a lot of options. And the last card we're playing is 2 Velocity Punch. The ability we care about on this card is the discard momentum ability, and having the ability to just get our momentum on snap is very, very good. And sometimes just having it in general for our Detroit Smash to use is also very good. So like I said, we'll talk about this card. Capture Evildoers is a 2/5 1 mid block with Breaker 1. You can remove one of your rival's momentum to gain your own momentum. We can use that. It's very good for gaining our momentum. But what we mainly use it for is the form discard momentum. Discard up to 3 cards from your card pool, and that's it. So like you play 2 cards, you play like your 6, and you play your other one, and then you go on a 4, clear our card pool. We've already drawn like 6 cards anyways. Hopefully we drew another one of these on top of that one. Or with the other attacks we drew in our hand, we can draw another one of those. And the idea is to sweep our card pool and just keep going. It works very well when we get it going, but sometimes you get a little momentum stricken. One of the things I've thought about is maybe bumping down the 5% strikes and bumping up the full the velocity punches, or maybe getting rid of the setup strikes for the velocity punches and just keeping it that way. Another way we gain momentum is 3 pull no punches. I play 2 checks. This card is very dangerous, but as we are All Might, we will look at it with a smile and play our cards without care. Basically, destroy. We can add 1 punch attack from our card pool to our momentum. Very, very good. Dead Lucky, we can give our punch attack 2 speed and stun 2. Stun 1, sorry. Which is also very good late game, but like a lot of times, we're just doing it to get the momentum to be able to trigger other things. Best defensive card in the game. 3, you're so obvious. Basically, reset all the stats. If our opponent drops our stats for whatever reason, we can always plus 2 them. It's just very good at making sure we don't die to things early game or to big combos, as well as if we need to, pushing past defensive stuff. 3 Specialist of Sound. Neg 3 speed on our opponent's attack play, and if we check it, we get to look at the top card of our deck, which is very useful to make sure we check well or draw cards in certain orders. 3 Passing the Torch. Very useful with All Might on our first turn, because like if we play this, play the Destroy Smash, draw 3, commit, draw 2, draw 1 more. So we commit 3 cards to draw 1, 3, 6 cards. Have 11 cards in hand. It's just super, super strong. Like I said, we're trying to draw as many cards as possible on turn 2 to be able to build as much as possible to then have the best possible turn 3. We do end up playing a lot of cards, building a lot of foundations. So 4 Self-Sacrifice keeps us out of deadlock, gives extra speed, gives extra damage to our attacks, as well as negs other damage for attacks, so we can just face tank things and hold attacks for as long as we need to. Has a nice 1 low block, does everything we want it. We play all punches, so 4 note taking, 1 diff, 2 low block, flip. This deck gets 2 speed. Super good card, pushes for us as well. We draw a bunch of cards. We want to draw more cards. 4 destined for mainstream success. Look at the top card. We name a card type. Look at the top card. If it's the same card type, we add it to our hand. So basically, name a card type. If it's the top card, we draw it. Super, super good. Super, super useful with our celebrity status. Celebrity status says we can flip it to add 1 of our momentum to the top of our deck. And then we can just like draw with this, draw with All Might, draw with one of our other cards. The way our draw engine works is super, super strong, and this lets us push a little bit more. It's very useful if we do the turn 2 thing of play a 6 diff, jump it in, do all the cool things, goes to momentum. If we didn't commit All Might, we can just flip, put that on top, draw it with All Might, draw it with this. Just super, super strong at making sure we get our attacks in hand to make sure we can push. We draw a bunch of cards, so we're going to have a bunch of leftover cards in hand. 4 Manly Passionate Guy lets us use those cards on defense and then add them to our staging area. Super, super strong. And then 4, It Can't Be Fixed. It Can't Be Fixed says if it's stunned, it's play while committed. If any of our cards are stunned, we can just build a foundation for free. This just prevents us from being stunned on defense, allowing us to build more, and then when we survive, we have more cards to swing with, which is super, super good for us. Like I said, this deck's just built to draw a bunch of cards and swing as hard as we can and as fast as we can. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you like my All Might deck, let me know what you guys think, what you think I could do to change it, make it better, what you like, what you don't like, all the cool stuff. Let me know which characters you guys want to see in the future. Make sure to check out the other profiles we have. Tell me what type of decks you'd like to see me build, stuff like that. Check out our other videos on the channel, even if you're not a fan of UniVersus. We play Final Fantasy, Weiss Schwartz, sometimes Magic, stuff like that. Play a bunch of different card games. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, guys, stay alert.